Hi guys, me and Fathead Sprocket back in the shop. He's falling through the floor, but I'll be working on this floor pan a little more. If you remember in the last video, I cut out 90% of what's underneath here. Come on, Goof. But still some more junk under there I want to cut out. My plan is it has these 4 bullet holes on each side where the seats fold down. Those brackets are still under there. I doubt you can see it, but the factory bolt holes are still under there. So I'm going to put a couple of bolts back in there so I know the pan is right where it needs to be. I'll go around with a Sharpie and trace where this is all around, and then I'll pull it back out, cut just about everything out from under it except for those braces, and I'm going to leave about a 1-inch overlap so I can drill this and plug weld it all the way around. But that's the plan, so let's get started. So here's what we end up with. Like I said, I traced it all the way around where that new pan lays. I'll be cutting probably right on this edge here. Get rid of majority of this old training tunnel. Guess it's his car now. And I'll leave a strip of this. Guy, what are you doing? Come on. All right. So I'll leave a strip of the old training tunnel where both these braces are, just to keep everything kind of from moving around. But other than that, all this stuff will be getting cut out. A lot of this junk, like I said, I'll be leaving. Same thing, I'll cut right on this factory edge, leave about an inch overlap for that new pan. But that's the plan, so I'll get to cutting. So there's what I was able to eliminate. Not a ton, but I'll take it. I'll cut out all the rust I can from this thing. And all I left was what was needed to hold these 2 braces in side to side. That front one, it's going to need some work from underneath, but at least I can use it as a reference for now. And like, here's what I was talking about this car. Like, those inner rockers are rock solid. Like, underneath this car really is not too bad. Kind of rotted from the inside out for whatever reason. But I cut right up against that inner rocker. There's some spots I'll go through and tap down flat. But this was right before a factory corner where it went down. I did that all around, just to kind of help that new floor pan sit down flat, rather than sitting in a shape, the same shape as itself. You know, kind of like stacking bowls, they don't go all the way down. Kind of same thing here. So I eliminated kind of that bowl shape. So that thing should sit real nice and flat. I'm going to go through real quick, clean some stuff up just to help it sit down where it needs to. And also that new pan, it comes with a 90-degree brake right here where this factory pinch weld is. So it's folded to the inside. I could go through and drill out all those spot welds off that factory pinch weld and then butt the new one right up to the upper firewall. But that's a lot of work, a pain getting to them. So I'm just going to cut that the pinch weld off the new floor pan. So it's just a flat surface here, and it'll just sit flat up against here. And like I said, I'll clean all this up, drill them out, plug weld them, seam seal it, and it'll be good to go. But right now I'm just going to clean everything up, trim that factory floor pan up, cut that pinch weld off of it, and then I will test fit everything again. Here's that factory pinch weld. I'm gonna cut off the front of it, but yeah, I'll get those all cut off, get some stuff cleaned up in there a little bit, and test fit everything again. Okay, so I got it in there, fitting way gooder than it was. I'm pretty excited about how it fits. Same thing, I just used 4 seat belt bolts, line everything up, make sure it was all in place. Trimmed that factory pinch weld off this new pan. So it sits nice and flat up against that firewall. This guy tonight. It's still fitting a little bit wonky back in here. So I may have some trimming to do back there, get it to fit how I want it. But like even this seam where the two halves meet, like everything just matched up perfect. So I'm super pumped on that. Sprocket, he's super pumped. But I'm not ready to weld it in yet. I want to clean up all those brackets and everything underneath there from the top side. Clean them up, paint them. That's dirty. I don't feel like doing it tonight really. So I'm going to get it jacked up in the air, get a look from underneath, make sure I like how everything fits, and what those, all those brackets underneath, what kind of work they're going to need. Maybe get those tacked into place a little better, and then I'll jump back on the top, start the welding on that. But for tonight, I'm just going to get it up in the air, get a look from underneath, and probably call it a night. Because old fathead, he is not happy being out here tonight. He wants to go inside. So it'll probably be an early night, but at least we got something done. But for now, I'll get it up in the air and get a look from underneath. Okay, so we got it up in the air. I'll give you guys a look underneath this thing real quick. Show you how that floor pan fits. There's that rear bracket that I was saving. It's in pretty good shape. Once that's all cleaned up and ground down, it'll be no problem getting that one back on. That front one, as I mentioned, it's going to need some work. I think you can buy these separate. I may just go ahead and buy that front one. But yeah, like that inner rocker, super solid. Rockers on this car are way solid. Like all the typical spots on these cars that are usually bad are all pretty solid on this car. Like these body mounts there, they usually go. There's 6 of them. I think 5 of them on this car are super solid. One needs a little bit of work. Same with these. All the typical spots on these X frames. Yeah, there's another body mount. That one's really solid. These frames usually go out behind the axle or over top of the axle. This one still super solid. Rear bumper mounts, them things usually rot off. This one's solid as could be. So underneath this car really is pretty solid. It's just, there's another body mount. Like I said, it's good to go. But it was really just a floor pan that was bad on this car. And then patching up the body here and there, bottom of the fenders and everything. But like I said, that floor pan, I'm super pumped with how it fits. I'll get it back out, clean up all those braces, paint them, and then get this pan back in there and get it welded in. But I think I'm gonna call it an early night. Didn't get a whole lot done today. Usually this guy loves being out in the shop, but for some reason he's ready to go inside tonight. Must have a hot date or something. But either way, got a little bit done tonight, so check out the next one.